Like, do you remember a story as a college coach, or maybe a guy in particular, maybe it was a teammate, or maybe a guy you recruited that, he was that culture guy. He was the glue guy. He was the guy that you're like, man, he don't have the skill set, but man, he makes us better because of the way he goes about his business. He practices hard. He runs hard in drills. He crushes it in the weight room. Like, do you remember any of those guys? And you don't have to name them particular, but what was their value, like if they were struggling or if they just honestly didn't have the talent to be at that level, but like they made the team better by who they were and how they went about their business.
There's no doubt. And as soon as you said that, two guys came to mind. One that I played with in college, and another that I coached in high school. And going to my teammate in college, he he was a pitcher. He wasn't going to throw many innings. He wasn't the most talented guy out there, but we were a better team for having him on the team. He was in, whether it was in workouts, whether it was in practice, or whether it was throughout the game. He knew his role. He and it's not to say that he was happy not playing, but he knew that what his role was to bring positive energy to everybody and encourage his teammates and make sure everyone was doing what they were supposed to do. And as a player who played a lot, when you look at a guy like that, knowing that he's not going to play, if he can be that type of positive energy, well, there's no reason that I should. But he made the team better. I'm pretty certain that when we traveled, he wasn't even on the official travel roster, so like there was zero chance of him playing. But if he
Hard to get
didn't
on the plane
travel,
when you don't get
right,
to
no
park.
doubt. But if he didn't travel with us, like it just wasn't, we weren't the same guy. So he'd come with us. And then another one, a kid that I coached in high school. Um, his coaching both his junior and senior year. A super kid, great kid. Um, his job his junior year was to do the game changer for us in the dugout. That was his job. I think he might have thrown 2 innings. Um, he was voted the teammate of the year that year. He threw 2 innings, and it seemed silly, and it almost seemed like a joke. His nickname was Game Changer, but he was completely bought into that role. He brought tremendous value to our program by doing that, and he truly just fully threw himself into that role and was great for the team. As a senior, he ended up throwing a lot of meaningful innings for us because one, he was bought into what we were doing, but he was also ready.